It's kind of weird how you keep what you were last using as your... Well, it's not weird, but confusing. And I was gonna say, why did that happen, but that does sort of make sense, because the water flow was previously off and now it's on, and the leaks were unplugged. Yeah, don't have too many qualms with that. So I'm surprised I'm not getting into more fights, and maybe the reason I didn't heal is because I couldn't find the select button. I'm just gonna assume that's the case. And holy crap, I have a lot of mushrooms. Yeah, so I don't really need to be too conservative with them. Ah, oops, forgot that was a trap. Yeah, those either are or aren't the same spray as Troopies. I honestly can't tell. I don't pay too much attention to Troopies. They attack differently, so they aren't just reskins. What? Yeah, I really don't like things that I have to hammer. One of the best things about Bowser Inside Story is that they replaced hammer with punching, which is both more natural and cooler. And I really wish I had hammer bros or do something useful bros. Oh well. And these things have way too much health considering they're spiked and annoying for being spiked. Oh well. Man, as annoying as... Yeah, as much as I was complaining about how hard the action command for hammer was in Mario and Luigi 3, it's really, like, almost disappointing that I just sort of... Yeah, sure, I hit them over the head with a hammer 2 or 3 times as massive as they are, yes. Well, that's all well and good, but there's no giant fireworks and explosions celebrating my achievement. So anyway, in the Xbox 720, they should totally, make, like, little... They should make the achievement thing have, like, neon flashing lights around it. That would be pretty cool. I'm beginning to think I might not have the clearest stream of thought. Anyway, too many Mario and Luigi games, by which I mean all of them, have really repetitive sewer areas, and it makes me not like those areas, but this area is not so bad. It's pretty creative. At least they only did it once. Or at least this is the first time they did it, so it didn't feel old to me. And I mean, yeah, as much as I was whining about the bros attacks and, or the bros items slash bros items slash attack parts in the other Mario and Luigi's, I really am missing them here when my only bros attack involves jumping. Whereas the first bros item and attack part is a Koopa shell in both games, and I can't really think of too many that would even hurt you from jumping on spikes, because most of the ones that involve feet also involve having the ability to not be hurt by spikes. And you drop the hammer way too quickly in this. You can hold it for like 5 seconds in Mario and Luigi 2 and 3, although admittedly in Mario and Luigi 2 it's because you can't freaking control the hammer or anything. And does this do anything the more I try it? Okay, I'm gonna guess not. Why is there not a brick there? Okay, I'm not feeling too comfortable about my health at the moment, so yeah, I just sort of have to swallow my pride and accept that doesn't take too long, and it'll probably do more good than harm. And I like how that stuns them instead of just doing damage, because honestly, a stunned spiny is more useful to me than a damaged spiny. But yeah, these are like the hardest enemies I've fought up to this point. I would definitely consider them harder than, well, maybe not harder than Drago-Ho-Ho, but harder than Tolstar at least, although Tolstar wasn't actually supposed to be hard. I was a bit sad Tolstar didn't make any other appearances than when he first said, okay, those guys are Mario and Luigi. And actually, I guess you're supposed to know that wasn't an important part of the plumbing because it went just straight back in the wall, but whatever. Okay, so was this the... Why did it tell me how to rotate the water wheel here when I had to do it in the previous room? So, okay, what? I'm confused now. Did I just miss a opening to another room back here? I know sometimes that happened to me when I play this area. Oh, did I think I just went back, didn't I? That would seem to be the case. Whoops. Oh well. That is what we call unintentional grinding, folks. I do that a lot in RPGs. I was like horribly overleveled for all Chrono Trigger because of that, because I kept going to like friggin' Dino World every time I got confused in the first 3 chapters of the game. I enjoy RPGs a lot, probably because of my odd ways of playing them. I mean, anyone can enjoy a game by being challenged by it. I like to overlevel without actually grinding or actively grinding. I like to just assume that there are a lot more mandatory battles than there actually are. Yeah, someone should do that for a low-level run of the game. Say that like, oh, I'm not. I'm only doing required battles, and the problem is every time I run into an enemy, that battle becomes required. This is kind of a counterintuitive part, I guess. Whoops. Yeah, scratch that I guess. I don't really know why you're supposed to know what order to do it in. I seem to recall it being something along the lines of this, though. Dang it. Okay, maybe. I mean, there aren't too many more combinations left to try. There we go. I don't know what the criteria is. Maybe it's something obvious that I should have seen, but I was just sort of did the trial and error there. Did I mention I like this Underground remix? It's not my favorite, but that's just because the first Underground remix I ever heard, or the Underground song I ever heard, was Hazy Maze Cave, and that remains pretty much my favorite to this day, which is sort of bad for every other mix of it. Although, to be fair, I like New Super Mario Brothers particularly, and I forget, I know there are some other remixes of what I like, but none of them really compare nostalgically, at the very least, to Hazy Maze Cave, because I remember the feeling of unrestricted terror of being in Hazy Maze Cave, and also the when it gets sort of, I mean, I want to call it watery, but that's not really a very good adjective because it doesn't make too much sense. But the later part of it, where it quits being so metallic, I guess, or maybe more metallic, I always sort of associated that with Wet Dry World, even though I didn't even realize those two had the same song for a long time. I didn't realize that like every single song except Big Boo's Haunt was reused at least once in Mario 64 until pretty recently. I think about a year ago, when I started paying attention to music more in video games. But okay, I think I'm just about done here. Oh, thank the stars, you've saved me, you heroic souls. I like how they don't question that. Could you be the Mario Brothers in the Mushroom Kingdom? What are the Mario Brothers doing in a place like this? What? You claim that I drove the theyre down here and I told you to fix the plumbing? Most perplexing. Why, we were kicked by calculator on our fiends, and I'm a dumb little kid. I mean, how lady Lima you encountered was